Hello, my name is QaysOmar. I am Big Data Analytics student at the Georgian College. In today's video, I would like to present my work for assignment number 4 in the Data Manipulations Techniques course. So let's start. In this presentation, I will take you through a practical presentation for how to visualize a dataset using both tools, the Power BI and Tableau. Both tools are used to present a dataset and come out with a visualization to tell the reader or the audience about a summary of this data set. So in part 1, I have used the Power BI to create a visualization for a data set that presents the COVID-19 cases over a specific period of time and the total number of people that hospitalized and take treatment, and also the total number of people in the ICU department, and also total number of people in Ontario health region. And in the second part, I have used Tableau tool to visualize another set of data that represent the previous marital status for spouses by age or age group. So the dataset that I have used in this assignment are both retrieved from ontario.ca website. So in this exercise, I have started by analyzing the data based on the data management processes that I have learned during the previous classes. I started by extracting and cleaning this data. Then I have made several analyses to come out with a conclusion and a story about the dataset that I have used. Finally, I have visualized my data to tell what happened in the past and what are happening in the present, and what we might expect and predict to happen in the future regarding the dataset that we are using. So as we can see in this section, this diagram represents a visualization for several charts that I have generated using the Power BI tool. So let me take you through my practical work exactly. So as we can see, I have used this current dataset that represent, as I mentioned, the date, the Ontario health region, the people in the ICU department, the total number of people in the ICU vented machine, and the total number of people who took the hospitalization or treatment, all date by date from April 2nd, 2020 until 10th of February 2021. So let me go to the Power BI and show you a brief story about my work. As we can see, the first graph is representing a line graph. So it represents the total number of people that have took the hospitalization and the treatment. Also the red line represents the number of people who are in the ICU vented machine, under the ICU vented machines. So the x-axis represent the years and the date exactly, and also the y-axis represent the total number of people. So also I have generated another type of charts. As we can see, we have a pie chart, we have also scatter charts, and also I have done forecasting for my work. As we can see, I have done an analytic chart. As we can see, the date is represented in the x-axis, and the hospitalization total number of people is in the y-axis. As we can see, the line graph is going to raise up and it decrease during July 2020, and started to rise up also during January 2021, and start to falling down in the March, during March, as we can see. So the yellow section is represent the forecasting part, which I have done using the Power BI. I went to the analytic tool section and I have generated the forecasting, which represent a period of 6 months. As we can see, also the seasonality is represent 180 days. For example, we can do it and change this data. For example, for 3 months, I wanna forecast those data for the next month, and we can change 180 to 90, for example, which represent 90 days. As we can see, the forecasting which gonna be look like this. It might in May 2021 it's gonna rise up, depends on the previous data, as we can see. Also, I have used the Tableau tool to generate another another visualization for a different set of data. For the age group, for the previous marital status of spouses, by total number of each status depends on the status of marriage. The data is organized by year, as we can see from this Excel sheet. The data is organized by year from 2012 until 2018, and we also have another column which represents the age of spouses and the marital status and the total number of marriages. So I use Tableau to present a visualization. As we can see, this bar chart represents the total number of the age group of the spouses, and the y-axis the total number of marriages. We can see the age of spouses between 25 to 29 have a maximum number of marriages, and followed by the spouses of ages between 30 and 34 years old, and so on. So another sheet that represents the marriages by age group depends on the mentioned title I have used. So I have used this type of diagram, which represents a block of data that represent the group of spouses depends on the age. As we can see, the age of spouses between 25 and 29 have the highest percentage of marriage, and so on. As we can see, the divorced is above the 50, and not married is around 24 years old, and so on. So if we go to another sheet, I have also sum of marriage per year, and also this is a line graph that represents the year between 2009 and 2022. So this section is represent a forecasting that I have generated for 5 years between 2018 and 2023, as we can see 2022. So generally this is my presentation for today. As we can see, both tools are very beneficial to come out with a visualization for a big or large set of data, so and to tell the audience about a story of what's going to happen in the data set that I'm using. So here is also I added the references for my data set, and thank you for watching this presentation, and see you next week.